up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Licks livestream. This week we are going to dive into some quick, quite classic kind of blues licks. And yeah, it's in D and they sound like this. That's it. Now let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Okay, so we just got a quick one for you this week. And like I said, it's a pretty, the starting lick is a very, just a classic blues lick to know. And then we're talking bending. So we'll talk a little bit about bending technique as well here, and then vibrato as well. Those are the important elements here. Bending, vibrato, and then obviously the lick itself. Before we do it, let me say thanks for tuning in to these Licks live streams. Really enjoy the community that we got going on here. Remember to leave a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, let me know if you have any requests for future live streams as well. And yeah, the licks, as usual, they come from an actual jam. So the jam track that I'm playing with here is linked below if you want to use that to practice the licks and you know, explore them further. And the licks actually come from a whole solo, improvised as usual. And the whole solo, the tab for the whole solo is linked below as well. It's on Patreon. Where I keep, you know, my full library of tabs and lessons and scale maps and everything else to help you guys on your journey. So check that out. I appreciate the support very much on there. Yeah, so let's dive in, guys. I'll play it for you one more time. I'll just put the groove on like this. So just a shuffle in D, basically. You know, you can use this on a major kind of blues context or in a minor blues context, really. You can get away with that. This is more of a major read because it's got a little bit of a major third. Okay, so let's go right into it, guys. Let's get right into it. First of all, I'm starting with just you know, some open strings. That's not really, you know, necessary, but I just like it because it makes it nice and, you know, kind of dirty and bluesy like that. So it also helps that we're in the key of D, obviously, because then, you know, the B string, the G string, and the D string, I mean, they sound out, but they don't sound that out, you know. So you can even hit you can hit whatever. It's noise, you know, and grit. So yeah, here we go. Third finger on the 12th fret of the G string. That one is gonna bend up to the 14th fret, essentially. So up to the A, from the G to the A note. Okay, that's with your third finger. And as always, you know, when you're doing a bend, you know, remember to support your bend. So I'm using not just my third finger. Don't just do it with that finger alone. Get the other finger, the second finger here, beneath the bend as well to help partake in the bend. So, okay. And it's just a quick bend. So, like that. And after this, we're going to put the first finger on the 10th fret. The B string and the E string, and you know, so that is in itself just a classic blues lick that's really good, you know, to know as a thing, whether you're playing like old school slow blues, you know, just taking it easy on a slow blues, or you're going, you know, full on Texas, you know, it's a lick that gets used in so many different ways and in so many different situations. It's a great lick to know. So yeah, that's it, guys. right there. So I'm rolling with my first finger from the B string up to the top E string there. Okay? And you can do it in various ways, picking wise. Even though I'm right here, I'm doing what could be seen as economy picking, so I'm going down, down, down. Well, I'm actually kind of bouncing like that, so it's not really economy picking, it's just going down, down, down. I'm just using that to kind of accentuate each note like that and make it a little more aggressive. Okay? You can do it in lots of different ways picking wise, so this is just how I'm doing it right here. Okay? And yeah, that phrase is repeated, so we're gonna go like that. Just play that thing twice. Sometimes I might go down, 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 up, down, down. Or I might go down, 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 down. That depends. Okay? So that is the start of the lick. Okay, so there we have it, the first part of the lick. And now we're gonna get to the bends on the top E string here. Okay, so now, excuse me, we're bending from 13 on the top E string up to 15. So from the F note up to the G note. Just like that. Okay? And again, you know, it's super important that you get behind the bend, obviously, with your other fingers. Now, I'm using my little finger, so I got my third finger and my second finger taking part in the bend, and the first finger sort of policing the rest of the strings. Okay? So it's a little bit of a tough bend, because it's on the E string, you know, the top E string can be a little rough to bend like that. So definitely make sure you're warmed up before you do this. But yeah, that's it. So a whole step bend. Like that. Of course, you can use your third finger if you want to use that instead. Just remember to get behind it with the second finger taking part in the bend. This works just absolutely fine as well. Okay? Like that. Now I'm just gonna go back to using my little finger because I use my little finger a lot. Now, importantly, we got the same bend, well, starting from the same place, that is, which is, you know, 13 on the E string, but now we're gonna bend it not up a whole tone to the G, but instead up a half step. So not a whole step, but a half step. So like that. So that is quite a bluesy kind of sound because you're bending essentially from the minor third up to the major third, right? So there's the first bend. Then you got this bend here, which is a half step bend. Okay, so that might take a little while to get because it's subtle stuff, you know. You kind of want to check that your bends are somewhere in the vicinity of those notes. So first, and then okay, so yeah, like I said, make sure you warm up for it, and if you're starting to feel some pain, do some stretching. That for me is really, really helpful in preventing, you know, any kind of injuries and that kind of thing. Okay, so far so good. Okay, now we're gonna finish off with just that. And now if you just heard this, well, that would be a little boring maybe. You know, this is 10, 13, 10 on the top E string. So with your first finger, I'm using my little finger and then the first finger again. Now if you were just playing that, well, that might be a bit boring, but what really gives it life is that you give it a whole lot of vibrato. You know, get your best kind of BB King jiggle on, you know what I mean? Or wiggle. It's the vibrato that gives this life, right? Like that. So, and that's straight on the beat right there. So that in itself is a valid lick that you can play around with, you know, like that. So the trick is that you really want to make it sing, give it that vibrato that makes the note sing like a you know, somebody was actually singing it, you know. So you'd give it that human touch, the vibrato. It's all about the vibrato, you know. So yeah, that's a little bit of a sequence to practice. 2 bends, and then vibrato. So there we go. You can go straight into them, those bends, or you can, you know, you can add a little rake of dead notes like that. You know, cover the strings. You can totally do that, or even 2. You know, those kind of little rakes are real handy as well for getting that extra, you know, blues grit into it. Okay, and obviously the solo continues from there. If you want to hear the whole solo, you know, check out the whole jam that you can also use to practice on. It's linked below. And like I said, if you want to get the tab, it's on Patreon. It's linked below as well. So that is it, guys. Just jam it for you one more time. So right there, I actually put on the jam track right in the middle of the B section, so it sounded a little different, but obviously, you know, went with it and jammed with it. That's the fun of jam tracks, isn't it? It's that responding to the moment and going with the flow. You know, that is, you know, important skills for being able to actually jam and play with other people in a real life live music situation. So yeah, I hope that you'll have loads of fun with this, guys. Just a quick little lick for you. I will be back next Friday with another Licks live stream. Like I said, leave any requests for, you know, topics or anything like that in the comments. And new jam coming out tomorrow. And that's it. Appreciate you all very much and have a great weekend. Thanks, guys. Take care.